Excellency Dr. William Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya, honorable ministers here present, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honor for me to join you at this important gathering. I bring warm greetings from Her Excellency Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, and from the people of Tanzania. Her Excellency had greatly wished to participate in this gathering personally. However, due to other pressing official commitments, she was unable to do so, and I'm here to represent her at this very important occasion. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, at the outset, allow me to commend the government and people of the Republic of Kenya for hosting this 11th Our Ocean Conference here in Mombasa. This historic occasion, being the first of its kind held on African soil, reflects Africa's growing leadership in ocean governance and sustainable blue development. I also extend sincere appreciation to our Ocean Conference organizers and all partners for their dedication in making this conference a success. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, over the past days, we have engaged in productive discussions, exchanged valuable experiences, and strengthened partnerships aimed at securing the future of our ocean. The theme of this conference, Our Ocean, Our Heritage, Our Future, has reminded us that the ocean is not only a shared natural resource, but also a foundation for livelihoods, food security, trade, climate resilience, culture, and sustainable prosperity. The discussions and commitments made during this conference has reaffirmed the urgent need for collective action to address the interconnected challenges facing our oceans, including marine pollution, biodiversity loss, climate change, unsustainable exploitation of marine resources, and maritime insecurity. Distinguished delegates, for the United Republic of Tanzania, the ocean is central to our development and prosperity. Tanzania possesses approximately 1,424 kilometers of coastline along the Indian Ocean and an exclusive economic zone covering 223,000 square kilometers. Our country is also endowed with approximately 64,000 square kilometers of ocean waters and 61,500 kilometers of fresh water resources, making the blue economy one of the most strategic sectors for our long-term economic transformation. These maritime and aquatic resources support fisheries, aquaculture, tourism, maritime trade, transport, offshore energy, and millions of livelihoods. Tanzania's fisheries sector currently produces over 513,000 tons of fishery products annually, valued at approximately 3.5 trillion Tanzanian shillings. In addition, offshore natural gas discoveries, estimated at 57.5 trillion cubic feet, of which 47.1 trillion cubic feet are offshore, continue to present significant opportunities for economic development and industrial transformation. Zanzibar, a semi-autonomous island archipelago of the United Republic of Tanzania, covering approximately 2,600 square kilometers, plays a central role in advancing this national vision. The blue economy contributes nearly 30% of Zanzibar's GDP and directly supports livelihoods for a substantial share of the population, particularly women and youth engaged in fisheries, seaweed farming, tourism, and marine-related trade. Recognizing the immense value of ocean resources, Tanzania has placed the blue economy at the center of its national development agenda. Zanzibar adopted its blue economy policy in 2020, to guide sustainable investment in fisheries, aquaculture, tourism, maritime transport, renewable energy, and marine governance, while mainland Tanzania had adopted the policy in 2024 and continues to strengthen its policy, legal, and institutional frameworks that support sustainable ocean management and ocean-based industries. Distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, the United Republic of Tanzania fully supports the 6 interconnected thematic priorities of this conference. On sustainable blue economy, Tanzania continues to promote ocean-based industries that create employment opportunities, strengthen food security, and stimulate inclusive economic growth while safeguarding marine ecosystems. However, unlocking the full potential of Africa's blue economy requires addressing persistent financing gaps, limited technology access, and institutional capacity challenges. On sustainable fisheries, Tanzania continues to combat illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing through strengthening regulatory frameworks, science-based fisheries management, community participation, and enhanced maritime surveillance systems. We continue to strengthen maritime domain awareness across our exclusive economic zone through modern radar systems, vessel monitoring infrastructure, and regional cooperation. At the same time, seaweed farming in Zanzibar continues to economically empower women and youth while contributing to sustainable livelihoods and export earnings. Regarding the marine protected areas, Tanzania recognizes that economic utilization of ocean resources cannot happen at the expense of ecological integrity. We have established over 4,320 square kilometers of marine parks and reserves, including internationally recognized conservation areas such as Mafia Island Marine Park, Mnazi Bay Marine Park, Menai Bay Conservation Area, Mnemba Island Chwaka Bay, and Pemba Channel Conservation Area. In addition, Tanzania is finalizing the establishment of 3 new marine protected areas in Eastern Pemba and Kilwa districts, contributing directly towards the global 30 by 30 biodiversity conservation targets. These efforts are reinforced through mangrove restoration programs covering approximately 158,000 hectares across our coastal areas, strengthening ecosystem resilience and supporting blue carbon initiatives. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, on marine pollution, Tanzania recognized the growing threat posed by plastic waste and land-based pollution to marine ecosystems, tourism, fisheries, and public health. Our country currently faces an annual waste management challenge exceeding 14 million tons. In response, we are strengthening solid waste management systems, improving wastewater treatment infrastructure, and promoting circular economy approaches aimed at reducing marine litter and protecting ocean health. Concerning the ocean climate nexus, climate change continues to threaten coastal and island communities through sea level rise, coastal erosion, floods, droughts, and extreme weather events. Tanzania, therefore, remains committed to climate adaptation and mitigation measures through ecosystem restoration, climate resilient infrastructure, mangrove conservation, and promotion of low carbon development pathways. Sustainable environmental management and climate resilience remain key priorities under Tanzania's Vision 2050. On maritime security, Tanzania continues to strengthen maritime governance and regional cooperation to ensure secure sea routes, combat piracy, trafficking, and transnational crimes, and facilitate maritime trade and investment throughout the Western Indian Ocean region. Safe and secure oceans are essential for the success of the blue economy and sustainable regional development. Distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, Despite these important achievements, the full potential of Tanzania's blue economy remains untapped. Unlocking this potential requires stronger international partnerships, increased investment, technology transfer, innovation, and institutional capacity building. We particularly emphasize the importance of empowering local communities, women and youth who remain at the center of ocean-based livelihoods and sustainable coastal development. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, as we conclude this conference, let us carry forward the spirit of cooperation and shared responsibility that has defined our deliberations here in Mombasa. Let us transform our commitments into concrete actions that protect our ocean, strengthen livelihoods, and build resilience for future generations. The United Republic of Tanzania remains fully committed to working with all partners to advance a resilient, inclusive, and sustainable blue economy that balances economic growth with environmental stewardship. Asanteni sana kwa kunisikiliza.